All right, here we go. TK Kirkland, welcome back to Vlad TV.
What's up, Vlad?
What's up, man?
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
It's been a minute, but we've been hanging out, talking. I went to your show.
Yep. In Virginia, ladies and gentlemen.
In Virginia.
That's right.
We the ones
We the ones coming. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, hanging out backstage with everybody,
yes,
man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Great time. Great time.
You're a good friend, good businessman, all the above.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, we cannot start this conversation off without talking about the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane robbery.
Interesting.
Okay. So here's the overall story. Pooh Shiesty signed a Gucci Mane. I think back in like 2021.
Okay.
Started to take off as an artist. Got caught up with some sort of shooting incident or something like that. Got 5 years in the feds. Came out after doing 3 years. Dropped the first day out. Freestyle. Song blew up. Became huge. Money coming in. But apparently he was upset over the deal that he had signed with Gucci.
Okay.
So, and I went through the transcripts and everything else like this, right? So he contacted Gucci and said, hey, can you meet me in the studio in Dallas? Because he's still on house arrest, right? So we can work on some music and talk about this contract. Gucci came down, brought 2 off-duty security officers, off-duty police officers at security with him. Went to the studio. One of the off-duty cops was in the car downstairs. The other one went up with him, but stood in the lobby, stood in the hallway outside the actual studio. Pooh Shiesty, his dad, this other artist named Big 30, and 6 other guys showed up to the studio.
Wow.
They got there, they had some drinks, whatever else. So then Pooh Shiesty asked Gucci to go into the sound booth along with his dad and Big 30.
Okay.
They asked Gucci to give him a release. When Gucci said no, they pulled out a gun and put it to his head. Made him sign the release with a gun to his head, and then filmed him signing it. At that point, oh, I forgot, Gucci actually came with this white cameraman named Matt and his other friend. The cameraman saw something was happening crazy in there, so he texted security to come inside. But at that point, they had blocked the door, and as Gucci was getting robbed, Pooh Shiesty's people started robbing Gucci's people.
Okay.
They took his watch, they took the 1017 chain, a bag full of money, and everything else like that. And then when the cop tried to get in and see that he was outgunned, he let it go. Pooh Shiesty pointed a gun at everyone and said, leave. And then they left, and then everyone got arrested. Gucci Mane apparently gave statements, as well as the other victims.
Okay.
And that was a big deal because I have a video from Gucci from 20 years ago saying he'd rather die than snitch.
Yes.
Now, is it any situation that you can see yourself that you would talk to the police about a situation with somebody?
I don't do that. Where we from, we won't do that. For real. This East Carolina Zone 6, niggas I fuck with my crew, we don't do that. We don't snitch on niggas. We stand down for ourselves. Like, if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. I done went before. I don't want to snitch on nigga to save nobody's life, not even my own. I'd die.
And he's been saying that this whole time. I'm not a snitch. I'll go to prison before snitching. You got to kill me, before I snitch. And as soon as this situation, because here's the interesting part about this situation, right? Is that if Gucci says, no, nothing happened, we just had a conversation, I signed the release, then that release is valid. But if he said that it was signed under duress, then it gets ripped up. Because after the situation, Gucci dropped a diss song talking about all this, saying he signed it under duress.
Wow, this is crazy.
This is the situation.
So here's my take. For the people that's been following me for years, I want you to see a man that has evolved in life. I told you something about 8, 9 years ago with Jeezy and Gucci, and you asked me, do you ever think they'll make peace? And I said, they will make peace one day. I said, because they have evolved, they became men. 6 months later, bam, they had the concert.
Yeah.
They shook hands. I was there, so the whole thing. And you played it, I think, a week later and said, yo, TK was right. Let me explain to you about this now. When Gucci Mane said that years ago, he was still, I'm just going to say in my words, a child, still thinking like a child.
Okay.
In the streets, it's this, we get caught up in this illusion about snitching. We get caught up in all this BS. And I tell people in my show from time to time that snitching is the #1 salary for informants in the country. If you Google it, the salary for informants is insane. When you watch these documentaries on Netflix, they'll tell you that they cannot crack most of their cases without informants, without snitches. Gucci owns a record label. He has a wife. He has kids. You can't risk your life and lose all that. When you live a good life, you see how we live. Drive nice cars, we travel the world. You have to do the right thing in life. Like, forget what people might say, oh, you snitching, whatever. So people rather see you dead or in prison to say, that's a real nigga.
He's a real one.
You're a real one. It's not like that, man. And I want the young kids and artists to stop saying he's a snitch. He got robbed. He's a man now. He has a family. Everybody, you got to start doing the right thing. I've said this over and over again. No matter how tough you are, they got a place for you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, listen. Pooh Shiesty sat in prison for 3 years.
Yes.
And thought about how he was going to get out of this Gucci Mane contract. And the best solution he found was kidnapping. That was the best he can come up with.
Now
he couldn't come up with anything better than I'm going to kidnap him and put a gun to his head.
Now he might get life.
He might get, maybe not life, because nobody got shot. Nobody got hurt. I mean, one of the guys, I think Matt, the cameraman, got choked up a little bit. He has a few little bruises around his neck, but that's very minor.
But let me tell you why he might get life.
Why is that?
He just got out of jail. He was still on parole or probation.
Yes.
So he's going to get that time.
Yeah, he'll get that back.
Then because...
Well, that's only like 2 years, though.
Yeah, he's going to get that. But then they're going to violate him. Not they're going to violate him, but then stack on all these other charges. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't worth it. He going to get 15 to 20.
One lawyer is saying 30.
That's life.
Because, multiple felonies at this point, and this is just very blatant.
And what's crazy, he just got out. He wasn't even home with 3 months.
Listen, 100 days ago, he put out the first day out freestyle. 100 days later, he's writing his first day in freestyle.
That is insane. Everybody, I know y'all want to be tough. I know you want to be tough. I'm 66, man.
That's what's up.
I'm 66. What I'm saying is, this is a beautiful life if you make good choices.
Oh, yeah. And it gets better year after year.
It gets better. And what I posted the other day, I said, if your life is not getting better as you get older, you fucking up. And that's a fact. It's sad when I saw it. I looked at it a couple of times and I said, how the fuck can somebody be that damn stupid? You just got home. When you come home, you just want to have sex, stay the fuck out the way, and mind your business.
He called his probation officer 10 minutes before the actual situation happened. The probation officer told him, you're not on rec time, go back home. He goes, okay, on my way. But hold on, first I gotta do something.
Damn,
I gotta rob Gucci Mane. Yeah, man, listen, we have lived long enough to see Gucci getting robbed by the young rappers.
This is sad. And knowing what kind of man Gucci used to be.
Oh, let me tell you, pregnant Gucci would have dealt with this the same kind of way.
Sure would have.
Pregnant Gucci would have.
That's hilarious. Pregnant Gucci. I'm gonna say that on stage, Vlad. That's
pregnant
funny.
Gucci.
Yo, he would have destroyed. It would have never happened.
Yeah. Oh, he would have came in 30 deep?
He'd have came in 30 deep.
They would have looked outside the lobby and said, never mind.
Right, sure
We'll kindly ask him if he wants to sign in. If he says no, they will gladly say, no problem, Mr. Mane. We will head out this way.
I don't know why Gucci didn't want him. I'm quite sure it was a horrible deal because most of those guys signed horrible deals.
Well, okay. So listen. let's talk about these horrible deals.
Yes.
How many artists has Gucci Mane signed over the years?
I'm not sure.
Let's chat GPT it.
Okay.
How many artists has Gucci Mane signed? Okay. Gucci Mane has signed as many as 35 artists.
Damn.
Out of those 35, only a couple of them have actually made money.
Okay.
That's not because Gucci's a bad A&R. That's just how it works in the music business when it comes to breaking a brand new artist that nobody has ever heard of.
Absolutely.
95% of the time, you will lose 100% of the money that you put into that artist.
Absolutely.
That artist will not pay you back.
I agree.
That is all on you. It is 100% loss.
Right.
So these deals have to be structured in a certain type of way where you'll get what the artist might seem as unfair, but you're going to get a bigger piece of a new artist if they actually blow, because you're making up for all the losses you've done with all the other artists. So yes, the artist that blows says, oh, I'm in a horrible deal. It's so unfair. They're not thinking about the big picture of what's happening.
Okay, that's smart. That's
what it is. But here's the thing. This deal's not forever. He doesn't have you in a 100-album deal.
Right.
All right, he has you in a 5-album deal. Get the studio, drop those 5 albums. A couple years later, you'll be done. Then you'll go sign a big, huge deal with Universal or whatever else. If you're a hot artist, that's just how it is.
How it is.
The alternative is not pulling out a gun to the CEO's head and say, sign this.
There isn't. Not when choices again. This is, every year somebody proves me that they're dumber than the last person that got locked up.
Oh, you thought he was dumb? Watch this.
Right, exactly. Because it gets worse every year. Like nobody has no goddamn common sense.
I mean, if you look at all the rappers that have crashed out, I mean, he's up there. Like the ones that are in jail right now.
Yes, he's up there.
He's up there.
I'm thinking now he's really number one.
Well, let's see what happens to Lil Durk. Because if he gets convicted for murder for hire, then he's
but Lil Durk didn't get out of jail.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
to go right back in.
Yeah, and went right back in. He wasn't even home enough to enjoy
100 days.
That's nothing.
Not even 4 months.
That's nothing.
Not even 4 months.
And you know what people saying when he went back in there? Yo, you fucking back?
What do you do back here?
You back?
Not only are you back, but you're not coming home.
You're not coming home.
Anytime soon.
No bail.
Not for armed kidnapping.
Yeah, no bail.
Armed kidnapping. And here's the best part. The guys, his crew, Pooh Shiesty's crew that robbed the cameraman and everyone else, they start posting the actual items on social media.
I saw that.
They start showing the same watch, the same chain. The money.
All of them done. To the gentleman, if you ever get a shot to come back on the streets, I wish you the best. But in jail, every criminal that's already locked up is going to look at them and say, y'all got to be the dumbest motherfuckers we've ever seen come in this jail.
Yeah, man, I just don't get it. Considering, like, I can see if he's just broke and fucked up, but he was making money. Like, he was actually, like, doing well.
And his song, like I saw this gentleman, he saying the song, like you just said, his song that he dropped on the freestyle blew up.
Yeah.
So all he had to do was just get some tour dates.
He had tour dates, I'm sure.
I'm quite sure.
Now, he was on house arrest, so I think there was like, but you could say, hey, this is for work. I need to make money.
Right. You got to get an attorney, or it's going to be done with it. Just keep putting out song. Yeah. And when you're out, you go right on tour.
Yeah, man, listen, this is insane. I interviewed Big 30's lawyer.
Okay.
And he was saying, the story's different because they don't have any actual footage of the robbery in the studio.
Okay.
But they do have witnesses. And Gucci's one of them. Right, because from what I understand, this whole case will probably hinge on Gucci Mane not just cooperating, but actually taking the stand.
That's correct.
Right, because if Gucci says, no comment, I'm not going to show up. Could he be forced to actually show up in Memphis because he lives in Georgia?
The alleged incident happened in Dallas.
My bad.
So he would have to
Texas,
show up in Dallas. If he's subpoenaed, but he could plead the fifth, because if the story that he initially told, if he did tell the story, is not true, then he would have, filed a false complaint. But again, looking at what he said this weekend, unless he's just putting that out there for the public so that people don't think that he's a cooperating witness with the government, he has nothing to do with this case.
That's right.
Now, what they're saying is Gucci has to take the stand for this to really stick.
This is going to be interesting.
You think Gucci going to take the stand?
Will he fold under pressure?
He doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to.
Or he could plead the fifth.
Or a good detective, a good prosecutor don't need him. The state to take it over. People don't know that. It's like in domestic violence.
Oh, right.
If your girl don't show up because she's not going to press charges, they don't need her no more.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because some of those guys traveled from Memphis.
Yes.
So the reason why it's a Fed case is the Feds say that they traveled over state lines to commit an armed robbery.
Oh, yeah, so.
Now, if they can't prove they went over there, now, he's saying, listen, my client, Big 30, has been recording in that studio. So he went there to do music. You can't say, he went there. It's a good point. But then the state could take it over. And say, we don't need that part.
The feds are going to keep it, but they don't need the witness. They don't need it.
They have other witnesses.
Right. They'll take the case themselves. It's just a sad story.
It's a sad story, man.
It's really a sad story.
It's a sad story all around.
It really is. It's a sad story.
Yeah.
No, sad.
Well, the other situation is Offset getting shot in a casino.
I saw that.
And little TJ was apparently involved in the altercation. He called Offset a rat and so forth. Now, the story's kind of hazy, but TJ had posted up some screenshots of texts, and apparently Offset owed him $10,000.
Damn.
And when he said, hey, I need that money, he said, get it back in blood. That's a King Von Lil Durk song.
Yeah, damn.
Get it back in blood.
I'm so many things got me confused.
Yeah.
Offset needed $10,000?
Well, he owed him over a bet and wouldn't pay him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking he's broke and
Well, he bet TJ. TJ's like, yo, we're in the same city. Let's meet up and get this money. And he's like, get it back in blood. Well, and then after the situation happened, all these people start posting their stories of Offset betting with them and not paying.
Oh, he wanted them.
He wanted them.
Okay.
Because I guess his thing is like, come get it. Try to get it from me.
That's a man that has no accountability, and you playing with a dangerous situation, because when somebody bets you on the level that you're on, they're taking their money seriously. And if you lost that many bets, it's best not to bet.
Listen, he's actually being sued by Detroit Casino for $100,000, right? And here's when you really realize how much of a degenerate gambler Offset really is.
Yeah, damn.
3 days after getting shot, he was filmed in an electric wheelchair back in another casino gambling.
Oh yeah, he got a problem.
He had a problem.
Yeah. Man. I can't tell people not to have no vices, but if you got a vice and you can't shake it, you doomed.
Yeah, listen, I interviewed this guy, Terry Watanabe. He lost, what was it, $100 million? Hold on. Yeah, man, listen, I interviewed this Asian guy named Terry Watanabe, and he lost his entire $127 million fortune in Las Vegas gambling. He bet over $825 million.
I saw that interview.
Your spending history from 2005 to 2007 at the casinos was allegedly this: $4.2 million in 2005. $81.2 million in 2006, and $825.4 million in 2007.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
It sounds a little off, but it's close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
So you spent almost $1 billion in 2007.
Yeah, well, yes.
Lost everything and then ended up needing a GoFundMe to pay for medical expenses. Dead broke now.
120 million.
Yes. 127.
100.
7 million, still 7 million.
damn.
Yeah.
We can't save the world, Vlad. It's just that these stories keep you working, keep me in. That's all it's good. Like, these people mess up. It makes our job easier because
right.
you can't be this dumb.
Are you a gambler?
Nah.
Me neither.
Nah.
Do you know why I'm not a gambler?
I'm listening.
I walk into the casino and I look around and I look at this building that's worth $100 million, and the chandeliers and all the opulence and everything else like that. And the first thing I think is, this was all built off people losing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they got the shows and yeah, they got the hotel, but that's not what's making the real money.
No, it's not.
It's people losing.
Yes, I totally agree.
Because it's designed for you to lose.
It's designed, absolutely.
So why would I bet anything more than maybe a couple $100 for fun in a place that's designed?
And that's the exact mindset to have.
Yeah.
A few $100.
If that.
If that.
If that.
Last time I bet it maybe been 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I bet $50. I think I won 175, but when I put it on Instagram, I said I won 75, making it seem like it was 75,000.
Okay.
But it was only $75.
Yeah, man, I don't gamble, especially, and listen, at the point that I found stocks and like, oh, this is designed for you to win.
Yes.
Why would I put my money in something that's designed for me to lose
I totally agree.
I found something that historically has always won if you stay long enough in the game?
Totally agree.
There's never been a time in the stock market that if you didn't touch your money for more than like a few years, that your money didn't
You're gonna make money.
It'll eventually make money.
I've invested like about 20, 30. It's done very well. The thing that excited me the most was really the war. See, people seeing Donald Trump and Iran arguing, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the weapons. You know what weapon impressed me the most?
What's that?
I saw they had footage of them shooting over there, and I saw lasers knocking out the drones in the sky. Not missile, laser, like Star Wars. While I'm watching the news, I'm Googling ChatGPT, what company makes this shit? One of the companies it was probably owned, you couldn't invest in it. But it gave me alternatives to invest. Hop right on it.
Well, look, I was going to talk about this later, but I'm still doing the final work around it.
Yes.
But Vlad Stocks is launching soon.
Oh, I will get it.
On the YouTube VladTV membership section.
Okay, I'm on
It's
it.
going to be $50 a month.
Okay.
But let me tell
But you can do more though.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay. No, I'm saying it could be 50, but you can put as much as you want.
I can put whatever I want, but $50
Okay.
is a fair amount.
Yeah.
Right? So I have the YouTube Masterclass. That's $100. This is $50. People who have the Masterclass will automatically get this tier as well.
Okay.
As well as getting.
You're going to teach.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So this is the thing, right? For the Vlad stocks, I'm not going to teach, but I am going to talk about the stocks that I actually own.
Okay.
When I buy and sell those stocks, I will announce it. I will have a portfolio laid out with my actual stocks that people could see, and they could see the growth and the losses
That's awesome.
that happens over time. But here's the thing, and this is what's interesting. I actually laid out all of the years that I profited and lost in the stock market since I started in 2010.
Okay.
So I'm not going to put the actual amounts that I invested, but basically what I said was in 2010, I started with about $100,000.
Okay.
So I am going to show year after year that if you basically put in that same 100,000 and made the same stock moves I made year after year, by 2026, that 100,000 is worth 1.2 million.
That's insane. I like that.
Over the years, that 100,000, and I will show you year by year.
Right.
I made this much this year. I lost this much this year, but then I made this much the next year, and so forth. That 100,000, at the way that money grew, it's currently at 1.2 million.
And everybody, know, and this to be clear, maybe some of y'all, very little. I know you ain't got 100,000 like Vlad, but what Vlad is saying is, even if you put 500, 700, it's gonna grow.
10,000 at that rate will turn into 129,000.
People don't have that
10,
kind of money, Vlad.
10,000?
No, very few.
Are people buying homes?
No,
People are buying homes. People are
No.
putting down payments on homes.
no.
People are putting down payments on homes. Okay? And honestly, a better way to do it, I feel, is that instead of putting all your money into a house, keep renting, take the money that you would have put into that house, put it in the stock market, and then later on, you'll be able to buy a house in cash if those investments work
Yes.
out better.
Yes.
And you'll save money in rent.
The only
As
thing
opposed
is,
to a
the only
mortgage the
thing
whole
I see
time.
with people is that their minds, they want instant gratification,
Well,
right?
see, but that's not what I do. Like,
Right. No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, we're both in the same thing.
Yeah.
You got to have patience in this shit.
here's the thing. If you're looking to get rich quick, this is not the place.
This is
for
not
it.
the place.
My philosophy has always been get rich slow. Get rich slow.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Put in the money, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
And when the market drops, you put more in.
Yes.
Then you don't touch
I
it.
lost the last few weeks.
Few weeks ain't shit.
It's
Few
nothing.
weeks doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Few months doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Even
matter.
a few years honestly doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true.
I have been going for 16 years every year, looking at my portfolio every day,
Yes.
making small moves here and there.
It's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling.
It's a good
It's
feeling.
the basis of everything I do.
Yes.
And the thing is that what I realized at one point is that when I needed money, I don't even have to sell my stock. I could get a loan against it
That's right.
at a low interest rate.
Yep.
So whenever I needed money this year, I had a lot of expenses this past year,
Right.
as you know.
Right.
I stopped selling stocks and I just started taking loans against the stocks.
Absolutely. It's what the rich people do.
Yes.
You know, Zuckerberg, what's the richest man in the world? What's his name?
Elon Musk,
Elon Musk. They never touch their money. They go get a loan.
you want to hear some ill shit? So recently when Bitcoin dropped
Yes.
to like 65,000, I decided, okay, I'm going to throw like $10,000 into
Okay.
it, right? So instead of buying actual Bitcoin, I bought something called iBit, which is a stock which owns Bitcoin.
Okay.
So the stock price moves exactly as Bitcoin moves. But you don't have to actually get a Bitcoin wallet and get a phrase and have someone try to hack you and whatever else. It's just a regular stock, right?
Right.
So I started looking into the story of Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is really interesting. So the inventor of Bitcoin is a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody has ever seen him. Nobody knows who he is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know his real name because it's an alias.
Okay.
They don't know whether he's alive or dead. They don't know anyone that could say this is who it is. There's been some communication with him over email with other
Right,
people,
right.
but I don't think anyone's actually even seen him. Now here's where it gets really crazy. Since he invented Bitcoin, he has a Bitcoin wallet with 1 million Bitcoin in it. That wallet today, which has been untouched for 15 years, there's been no transactions,
Right.
no buying, no selling. There's 1 million Bitcoin in this wallet. Today in 2026, it's worth $70 billion.
Damn.
It is the largest untouched fortune in all of human history.
That's insane. He got to be dead.
We think he's dead.
Oh, no. He's dead. He's dead. There's been no type of transaction.
Nothing.
Yeah, he dead.
70,
Yeah, he ain't nobody that got that
not
much
70
discipline.
million, 70 billion. And he's never touched it. And nobody knows who he is.
That's insane.
Yeah. How wild is that?
That's insane.
And look it up. It's a real story.
15 years.
Yeah. Well, Diddy has an appeal out.
I saw that.
He basically said, well, I'm an amateur pornographer, and that's protected. And also, since he was not convicted of sex trafficking, only prostitution, the fact that he was sentenced for the violence, the lawyers are saying doesn't apply.
It's true.
Because prostitution doesn't have a violent, aspect to it, which would give him more time. But since he's been cleared of the sex trafficking, they're saying the violence would have to be with the sex trafficking, and It's up to the appeal, you know, the appeal judges to decide whether he's going to be free or not.
Right.
What do you think?
I think Puffy got a bad deal. He should have came home the same day. Because he beat, like you said, he beat the main charges. Yeah. And when he beat the main charges, he should have walked. Anybody else, because I talked to some friends that's in the feds, that was in the feds, and they broke it down to me how they go by a number that he's supposed to come home. Anybody else has come home, any other criminals have come home on those type of charges. The judge just took a personal dislike towards him. And I said either the judge is into kinky stuff privately and he want to be a hypocrite when he sees somebody does what he is doing, or just another man upset because a black man was powerful doing what he was doing. And once you see them sex tapes, you can't get out. I guarantee the judge still thinks about those sex tapes to this day. Because once...
Did I tell you that I saw one of the freak off videos?
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
You didn't actually tell me. I saw you have the guy on here that talks about Puffy having a little dick.
Well, as someone who is in the adult industry, and guys in that industry always measure themselves, and that's used as a marketing ploy and everything else like that, how big do you think Diddy is?
I mean, I was trying not to look as much as possible, but it's hard not to see it, but I would say maybe a couple inches, maybe 3. I don't know.
3 inches. You know that there's a picture. Have I ever showed you the picture?
No, I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it. No.
You sent me a screen capture of it.
No, I don't want to see it. God bless him. I got a picture. Yeah, God bless him.
It's not, I mean, you don't like see like his genitalia or nothing, but it's like Puffy's in the picture.
Okay, nah, I'm good. I'm good, Vlad. I'm good.
All right, so do you think he's going to win the appeal? Do you know what percent of appeals are actually won?
Very small.
2%.
Yep. Very
2%.
small.
Yeah.
See, the thing with me is...
Yeah, you have as much chance of getting an appeal as you do beating the feds.
The thing with men who get in trouble, they don't understand what that means. When you beat the majority of the situation, right? You got sentenced. And because you got power, you're still going to keep fighting. The attorneys are never going to tell you no because they getting a fucking phenomenal.
Well, no, that's not true. Because actually, if you have good attorneys, they'll tell you, don't bother with this.
No, you didn't let me finish my story.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
so men who get in trouble and power and ego and used to fighting, there's some things you just can't fight no more.
Yeah.
Some things you got to say, you know what? Fuck it. I got this much time. This shit gonna fly by.
Yeah.
And that's what he should have did. It's just me, ladies and gentlemen. It's just me. Just lay down, leave it alone. Okay, you motherfuckers got me on this bullshit. I'm gonna ride this shit the fuck out. When I come out, I'm coming out and doing my thing.
Right.
But to keep going back to court and losing every time, because I know one of them attorneys have said, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I know a good attorney
Yeah.
is saying, let's not do this.
For everyone out there, there are 2 types of lawyers, right?
I'm listening.
The top lawyers, the ones that are charging $1,000 an hour, they're not going to walk you into a minefield.
Bingo.
They're going to tell you. I remember my last lawyer, the lawyer I've spent the most money on in my whole life.
Yes.
Before I went to this one specific case, she told me, don't file. I'll give you back your $25,000 deposit. Go to the other person and do a settlement. Do a mediation. Do not file. I'll help you set it up. I'll give you back your $25,000. Went to the person, they said no. I said, okay, now we go forward.
Right.
But a good lawyer will tell you that.
So true, I agree.
A bad lawyer will keep telling you, yeah, let's fight. We got a chance. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm going to file this. Oh, they're not going to get that, knowing damn well that you're going to lose.
Let me tell you, criminals or future criminals, what happens. Every attorney who's kind of crooked looks for that day that a cash cow comes into their office.
Huh.
And they get you when you're in pain. They get you when you're hurting because they know you really need them. And that's when they get your ass. This right here, these attorneys had a field day with Puffy Combs. Every time he was going to court, all I kept saying was, these motherfuckers happy? Oh my God. They are set for life, the kind of money they charge. I guarantee it. They made a good, guarantees over 5-6 million.
Probably, yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, probably.
And when you're not a real street person, like you can be smart in music, you can be smart in math and science. This street shit is a different game.
Let me tell you, I just had Freeway Ricky on here, right?
Yes.
And he said people call him all the time and say, hey, listen, my son is in the feds, my husband is in the feds, my friend is in the feds. Do you have someone that I could hire? You know what he says? Get a public attorney. You're not going to win.
I tell people all the time, they call me, hey, Rick, my nephew got arrested. I was like,
plead out.
Go to public defender.
Yeah.
Don't get a lawyer your money. But you know, a lot of those lawyers are going to tell you from the beginning, oh, I can beat this case. Those are the bottom feeders. I can beat this case. You know, very few lawyers are going to tell you, hey, the chances of you winning is slim to none.
That's right.
Get a public attorney.
People think it's a game.
Save your money. Save your money.
Save your money.
Yeah.
People think, Vlad, me and you've been talking about this over 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know they had to have seen our interviews.
Yeah.
And they still do not know how to control their emotions.
Well, speaking of money, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, man.
Now, I want everyone to remember this, okay? Go into the Vlad catalog.
Okay.
I said a couple months ago that one of the major New York jewelry dealers, I was hanging out with him at this guy's house.
Yes.
Because this guy spends millions on jewelry. So this guy was there. Me and him got into a conversation. He said, Floyd Mayweather is broke. His spending has outpaced how much money he's making.
Okay.
When we're getting ready to shoot, he's got like these kind of people at his house.
Right.
And there's this like old school jeweler dude there. Like they're like, oh, this is like one of the OG jeweler guys. This is like who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy. So I talked about this on camera. I was like, oh, you're a hater. You're jealous of his money. You're broke compared to Floyd, blah, blah. Well, recently the IRS filed a $7.3 million tax lien.
That's when...
for unpaid taxes from 2018 to 2023. For 5 years, unpaid taxes.
When I saw that yesterday, I was the same. I thought it was all BS for years. Until I saw the lien yesterday too, the 7.3 million.
Yeah.
I said, oh, this shit real.
This shit real.
So here's the thing, because me and Floyd are friends.
Okay.
I know his mom, all of us are cool. So I can't really give my opinion on this, that it would backfire in some kind of way. But I could say this. And I told you this about Michael Jackson years ago. You can't spend unless you are replacing the money.
Yes.
We've said this for years. If you spend out $500,000, $20,000, you better be making sure a week or 2 weeks you're putting the money back. If you're not gonna put the money back, eventually you'll be broke if you keep spending. And what is my other rule? No matter how much money you make, you live beneath your means.
100%.
Not over your means. People get a little bit of change and they go for the highest things, and now you're stressing yourself out to keep chasing the rabbit. Man, come on, people. I don't know what else we gotta tell you. But the great thing Floyd does have going for himself is that he got a big fight coming up with Manning.
Well, we're not sure about that.
Wow.
Because now they're saying that the contract is in dispute, and they're saying that Floyd is trying to change the terms, and blah, 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 blah. So we don't know.
Well, Floyd, if you really have this problem with money, take the fight, whether it's a exhibition fight or a legit fight. Because I'm quite sure at the Spear, it's going to be a lot of money. That's going to be big time.
And listen, Floyd had an unbelievable amount of spending.
Yes.
Like private plane.
Yeah.
I have never seen Floyd Mayweather at the airport.
Never.
I've seen 50 Cent at the airport.
Yes.
Me and 50 had a first class flight together.
Yes.
He was sitting right across from me.
Right.
He rich too.
Yes.
But he not flying private all the time.
Right.
Floyd has never flown commercial, I think.
And people don't understand how much that gas is.
Oh my God.
Just to go, I think one way is $30,000 to fly.
Yeah. I had heard, like, not only does he have a private plane, but I heard he has another private plane where his, like, entourage could go on because he doesn't want to deal with him. You know, when he's flying. He has a guy whose full-time job is to clean all his cars. He won't ride his car unless it's all fully cleaned.
Right.
I heard he was spending something like $20,000 a night at the steakhouse for months at a time. He'd go there every night and spend $20,000-$30,000 every time. Like it was like the amount of money
that's insane
that he was spending was just
Did
crazy.
he get rid of the planes?
What's that?
Did he get rid of his private planes?
I'm hearing stories that he's having to sell off some stuff.
I heard
selling
some
off
stuff.
homes and a plane and so forth. Now look. At the end of the day, Floyd's broke is our wealthy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You and I put together will never touch Floyd's wealth.
Absolutely.
Even after all this.
Yes.
And that's cool. I
He's
can
still
accept
rich,
that.
ladies and gentlemen.
He has so many assets still.
Yes.
But clearly his spending has outpaced
Right.
whatever else that was supporting
And at
him.
the end of the day, everybody, it's not worth it. I tell somebody once, I said, in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you think people care. When you start getting your 60s, you realize nobody gave a fuck.
No, listen, we actually have an interview with Nicholas Irving,
Yes.
who's the former sniper, who I
Okay.
guess did security for Floyd at one point. So he had hung around him for a few weeks
Yes.
because he was hired. He used to see Floyd spend $1 million a day. On certain
Damn.
days.
He lives a very interesting lifestyle, very fast paced. I think the average person will have a hard time keeping up, but it's the amount of it. You got the private jets, you got the cars, but no, he could easily spend a few $500,000, $1 million plus in a day, like easy.
He would pay for everything, for everybody. Shopping, going out, renting out entire movie theaters just to watch a movie.
I like that, but maybe once a year.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Not every
What's
day.
my real stay low key and flex occasionally?
Yes.
You got to know when to flex.
Yeah.
Not every day though.
Not every day.
Not every day. And I hope that if it's really, really true, Floyd, you get back on your feet because I'm a fan.
We're
I'm
all
a fan.
fans.
I'm
we're
really
all
a fan.
fans of Floyd, man. You know, we're
Yeah.
all
I mean,
fans
he's
of-
phenomenal
we're all
in that
fans of
damn.
Floyd.
He's phenomenal in that ring.
50-0.
Yes.
But you know something? But now they're saying that the Pacquiao fight is exhibition.
Yeah, I heard they say that.
That's the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People still gonna come.
No, they're still going to come, but if he loses, he's still 50-0.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying
That's
to
gonna be a great. It's just gonna be good to see everybody.
Yeah, well,
When I
listen.
go to the fight, it's not gonna be about the fight.
It's going to be about the people, yeah.
It's gonna be
I
about
feel
the
you.
people.
I may go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should roll to that.
Yeah.
let's
It's
do
gonna
it.
be not time. It's
Let's
gonna be
do it.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down
that's
for
gonna
that.
be nice.
Okay.
If I'm in the country,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
going.
do it.
They didn't move the date.
I don't know yet. I think the date's not set because now they're back in negotiations
Okay.
again.
Yeah,
So-
because I think the first date was in September. That date, I was in Jacksonville.
But there was also like the Mike Tyson fight, which is still
Yes.
seems to be in motion somehow. I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see that either.
Yeah.
The weight is so different.
Yeah.
He gonna look like a little child next to Mike.
Yeah. Plus the Tyson Jake Paul fight was so bad that I just
I saw that coming a mile away. I said, they really taking these people money. And, and I said, they really gonna go in there think Mike gonna whoop this dude's ass. Like, it goes to show you about the human mind. People think with their heart, not with their mind. They really thought Mike was the old Mike.
yeah.
That's how crazy the world is. Mike gonna whoop his ass. Mike is damn near 60 years old. Now, old people, if they had to fight like at 7 in the morning.
It was too late at night. It was nap
See,
time for
old
Mike.
people, old people, we whoop your ass early in the morning. Between 7 and 9:30, we will whoop your ass. Anything after that,
Is this part of your routine right here?
it will be.
It'll be part of your routine. All right, there we
it
go.
will be. You know, 7 to 9:30. We whoop anybody in on the planet's ass. At 9:35.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, you gotta have a call. You gotta talk to motherfucker after that. Excuse me, young brother. Can I talk to you 1 minute? Excuse me, can we talk over here for a second? That's it. But anybody, any old person on this planet will whoop any young kid's ass between 7 and 9:30. I'm telling you.
I love it. Well, speaking of athletes, Tiger Woods. He rolled his car, I believe, again.
Again.
We'll show the mugshot here.
So it's a lot of ways we can go on this. Did he get addicted to drugs because when his back got hurt?
I don't know.
Is he trying to sabotage his life? Is he?
No, I don't think that. You know, the thing is that usually people in this position have drivers.
Yeah.
But they're saying that he doesn't want, he's private, doesn't want the drivers to know where he's going.
He needs
Probably got a bunch of side chicks and whatever else.
I know he does. He got to have a driver. Oh, he's gonna end up dead. He messed up his foot, right? His foot got messed up over a car accident. I looked at it a couple ways. The drugs, and then he was never the same after his first wife took that golf and cracked the windows in that car. And me being a comedian, I said, that must have shattered his spirit, because after that, he started losing. He was never the same Tiger Woods. And to every father and mother in this country whose kids are in sports, teach your child to be a great sports person, but teach them about life. Teach them about drugs. Teach them about women, how to deal with the females, because most people who come up and then they become successful later, guess what? Don't have game. So they use the money to help smooth things over. And if you don't have conversation, if you don't know how to really get into a woman's head and pour into her and understand the word sapiosexual, how to turn a woman on through conversation, and if she winds up sexing one of your friends because that person got game and he lawns the lawn in the back, that's how you lose. You got to teach your men and women how to deal with relationships and crisis in life.
Well, one of the founders of hip hop, Afrika Bambaataa, just passed away at the age of 67 from prostate cancer.
Yes.
Now, I interviewed Afrika Bambaataa.
Okay.
Well, I'm known by many names that many of the followers of the culture have given to me. I was known as the godfather of hip hop last millennium. In this millennium, I was bestowed the Amun-Ra universal hip hop culture, and so many other great names that other people give to me. But I'm just a humble brother that's been doing this since the beginning of it.
And also, we actually hung out in Belgium.
Okay.
I remember one of the highlights at that point in my life was we were hanging out with him because he was DJing in the club, and I was also DJing out there as well. And I remember he pulled me aside, and he was like, "Oh, you made this. You're the DJ Vlad that made this mix. I've been playing this mix for years at my parties. Like, this is really dope." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" The founder of hip hop is telling me that he likes my DJ, my mixing skills. Like, yo, this is incredible. But then the rumors started to come out about Afrika Bambaataa. Oh, you didn't know about this?
No.
Bambaataa had about 4 or 5 people men accuse him of as while they were minors.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Yes. Sad.
Yeah.
So it's good to say he probably didn't die from prostate cancer. It could be something that they just threw in there.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be AIDS.
Yeah, it could be AIDS.
You know.
Once you said that, it is AIDS.
It's just
I'm
AIDS.
sorry.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Well, no, Hassan Campbell has been on my show multiple times, said that Afrika Bambaataa used to molest him.
Wow.
He said it on camera. We'll play a clip.
Now, when you go in the bathroom, he got to go in the bathroom with you, and he's peeing at the same time. It's like he's incredible. Now he's timing you going to the bathroom and pissing at the same time when he's pissing. Then he comes with the you know, young men are supposed to jerk off, and then he leaves his room door open with porn playing, and he might walk out and then just have you sitting there. And then he leaves you with the porn playing. Then he turns around, and this is how you really like. He's bugged out, and you realize how sick he really is. Especially when you think back. Now he has books, and in those black books, people you never think that you would ever even expect is in those books, butt ass naked.
Man.
Now people have questioned it because if you look at his history, he was still hanging out with Bambaataa even after the molestation was occurring. So it's like, why would you go hang out with the guy?
That's the same like the dude in the Puffy thing that owed him the $26,000. What was the gentleman's name? He said Puffy never paid him help to do the music, but he still hung out with Puffy.
Oh yeah, Lil Rod.
Lil Rod. Yeah. And then he still wound up doing an interview to talk about Puffy. He never paid you, but you stayed with him. It's something about the human mind. Give me an example. Some people who are murderers are getting ready to rob or kill somebody, and that person still will go with them, get in the car, knowing in their gut, this is my last day, he's gonna kill me, instead of running and taking off. There's been a big survey about this. It's huge, that a lot of people do not follow their gut.
Huh.
It's crazy.
Let me think about that.
And even when I hear stories that people, when they say they turned gay, and say because they got molested as a child, and I'm just being honest, if someone fucked me as a child, I'm gonna be that much more of a man. I'm not gonna turn to be gay.
What?
There's some studies and some people in conversation, they turned gay because they were molested.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll put it like this. Most men that I've interviewed that are gay, like let's say Don Lemon,
yes,
have had molestation experiences with older boys. In your book, you said an older kid in my neighborhood who was tormenting me in ways I had no words for. He told me not to tell, and I didn't, not until decades later. Even if I'd known how to articulate what was happening, I probably wouldn't have, because I feared the kid like a field mouse fears a wolverine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't realize you were that young, 6 years old.
Yeah.
You don't really understand sexual thoughts at all at that age.
No.
And now you have a kid who is almost an adult.
Yeah. Well, to someone who's that young, to me, he was an adult.
Yeah.
And by the time it ended, he was an adult.
Now, listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Pretty much every time.
Yeah, now, my point is you had to like it.
Well, okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
This is what I think happened.
Okay.
From my point of view, right? Okay. And I've been accused of being gay myself and stuff like that. So, take this for with a grain of salt, right? There's some famous Ari Spears interviews where we talked about.
Okay.
Anyways, so this is what I think happens. You've never had sex before. Mm-hmm. You're a virgin. You don't know what it's about at all. And the way you're introduced to these set of feelings is from a man before you get to experience a woman. I'm sure it's somewhat pleasurable, right? Let's just say that the man does some things to you and makes you orgasm, right? So you have an orgasm, meaning that you're experiencing pleasure from this. So that becomes the standard of what you think that feeling is connected to. So you become gay because you're introduced to that initially. And let me put it like this. Let me try to kind of connect it to me somehow.
I'm looking at you.
It's always about me. Yeah, I make everything about me, right? This is how I can relate to that. You ready for this? Brace yourself.
Okay.
Brace yourself. In my high school, it was maybe 5% black, right? There weren't a lot of black girls in my school. So I wasn't really attracted to black girls when I was in high school or junior high or whatever else, right?
Okay.
I was mostly attracted to white girls and Asian girls because there was a lot of them around.
Right.
But I never really dated in high school. I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't start having regular sex until college.
Okay.
So in college...
I'm listening. I'm waiting.
My first girlfriend, shout out to Mona, my first girlfriend, very, very cool experience with her. she was black and Japanese.
Okay.
And we were together for like 4 years. So my first real sexual experience and sexual relationship came from a black woman.
Okay.
She looked primarily black. Her mom was Japanese, dad's black, but she looked primarily black. So from that point on, for the rest of my life, and you've seen me, with women and stuff like that, like all the women that I've gotten into serious relationships with have been black women.
Yes.
This was not just something natural inside me. It was my first experience.
Those are two different things, Vlad. one got a dick, one got a pussy. Two different things, Vlad. Two different. I stayed quiet to hear what you was gonna say. Two different
You're
things.
preparing for the worst, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you ain't say some man ain't touch you.
Right.
But no, that's two different things. If a man touched a guy when he was young and he turned out to flick pain like that person did to him on other people for the rest of his life, he enjoyed what that person did to him. If you really not about that life, if something happens to you, you're gonna be that much more tougher, that much more of a man and against it. Now, this is just my opinion. Some people might beg to differ, but I believe facts are facts. There's no way that's happening. No way.
Yeah, listen, I remember me and Ari Spears got into this really famous back and forth.
Yes,
right?
and I think I heard
these things
it.
have gone everywhere. So, but I'll explain what the actual conversation is because it got clipped up and made to look a certain type of way.
Yes.
Kanye had the song called Cousins where he said he found these like gay magazines and then him and his cousins started to act out the stuff in the gay magazines. Right. And what I said was, like, I like porn a lot, right? And I'm into like, underground porn sites and, clip sites and stuff like that. And sometimes as you're scrolling through all the thumbnails, there'll be gay shit that just pops up out of nowhere.
Okay.
Right? And, I'll just quickly scroll past it, right? I don't want to watch none of that shit. But what I said was, but sometimes it's just flashes in your face. Like when you watch a movie and two men kissing or a gay sex scene, sometimes that happens in R-rated movies. But what I've always said was, seeing that didn't make me want to go be gay.
Right.
I'm a porn aficionado here. So sometimes what I'm saying is you scroll through and sometimes it's like a gay thumbnail. You're like, oh shit, I don't want to see that shit. Or a trans thumbnail, I don't want to see that shit. You go to hot movies and sometimes it gets slipped in. I don't want to see that shit. I think watching gay porn, if you're straight, doesn't make you want to do gay shit.
Say that again?
If you watch gay porn and you're straight, it doesn't make you want to do gay stuff.
This nigga's a homosexual.
You saying I'm gay?
Yes.
I've never watched gay porn. Seeing gay activities doesn't make me want to say, ooh, let me try that.
Understand.
It's some shit that I'm not interested in. I don't even like seeing two men kiss on camera.
Absolutely. I don't even like that in commercials.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if I see that, I'll literally look away.
Okay.
If that makes me homophobic, then I guess I'm homophobic.
No.
But I just don't like seeing it.
It's good to be homophobic. Like, people think that's a disease. Like if you say that today, they're like, oh my God, you mother effing right.
So there was this whole thing. It was like, Eric's like, well, why are you watching gay porn? I said, I'm not watching gay porn. I'm saying that as I'm scrolling past, sometimes the images will just motherfuckers, gay motherfuckers trying to sneak in some shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sell a clip to a motherfucker. Yes. Maybe they're into that. Trans shit. Oh, maybe they're into that. Like, I don't know, man. I don't sell gay porn. I don't know how the business is run, but I've never actually watched gay porn. Like, there's not, shout out to all my gay viewers. If that's your thing, man, God bless you.
Yeah, listen.
If you're into trans, God bless you.
If that's what you do, my piece of advice to any person that's gay, just stay gay. Don't be flip-flopping. Don't be with men and then with women. Leave the women for us, real men.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
More for me.
Right, more for me.
There you go.
I'm not against it at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a senior citizen. I'm doing my thing.
Well, one of my members brought up an interview with Joe Torre on Art of Dialogue where he said that you and Robin Harris got into a fist fight.
Yes, so that's cap.
That's cap?
And I didn't want to talk about Joe Torre because I didn't want to bring up his name. So here's the fact about Robin Harris. Robin Harris never whooped nobody's ass. Robin Harris wasn't going around beating people up.
He didn't carry a gun around.
No.
And didn't pull it out on people.
Nah, he didn't.
Kid from Kid and Play told me the story.
We got into it with these cats, man, for some reason. We start beefing and whatever. And some cats, a couple white dudes, whatever like that, they talking shit. And Robin was like, what? He said, yo, wait up real quick. Robin go out to the car, come back with the strap. He got the strap on him. He got it. He got gym clothes on, everything. He got the jammy. He got the jammy right here at the hip. And he's like, what you said, motherfucker? What you said? And they're like, and he's like typical Robbie. I thought that's what you said.
Yeah, that.
You say that's a lie?
That's a lie. I'll tell him to their face, that's a lie. I'll tell it to his face. People got to understand the responsibility of when they do these interviews, people who are looking and people who take what comes out of our mouth very seriously. And I'm here to tell the fans, Robin Harris was not that kind of guy. And Robin Harris damn sure ain't put his hands on me. And Joe, I love you. But when you get on these interviews and you sit in these chairs, understand the responsibility and the power that you have when it comes out your mouth. Things shouldn't just come out your mouth just because you want likes or you want to have people following you. That shit ain't never happened. I'll say it to his face. It never happened. Never happened.
So you never got into a fist fight with him?
Never got. We didn't like each other.
Oh,
no, we never even had an argument.
Oh.
We just didn't like each other because here's the fact, and I hate to say it on this show, but I'm going to say it. Robin Harris was a hater. Bottom line, he was an insecure hater, and he didn't like anybody else to get attention. And when I started blowing up, I had the women, I had the streets behind me. He was just jealous. It wasn't nothing else other than that. We never had a fight. He never came to me. I never came to him. He wasn't going around hitting people. He wasn't carrying no gun. What the fuck they talk about? Robert Harris wasn't that kind of guy. He was the corniest nigga on the planet. He was a lame ass man. And these are the facts. People talking all this, that he was this and this. I'm telling you, he was not that kind of guy. And the man is not here to defend him. And one rule that everybody has to remember, when someone's dead, you can't bring their name up because they're not here to defend themselves. That's rule number one in this type of category. But since my name came up in this loop, that Robin's going around smacking people and get the fuck up. Excuse me. And I don't like cursing on your show. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know, and I said it, Joe, and I still love you. I ain't mad at you either. But stop saying that bullshit just to get people to tune into what you gotta say. That's bullshit.
Well, an altercation that did happen since last time was Ja Rule and Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder running into each other on a plane.
I saw that.
Airplane mode. Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, the use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls. Show your face able to carry on item. Ensure armrests are in the resting position.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Trying to punch suck ass up. You fucking suck.
I wish this all can come to end because it's driving me crazy. It's just been going on so long. And the thing about it, the reason why I can't give no answer because I rock with all of them. I rock with Ja, I rock with 50 and the whole crew. Some people just don't like each other, and what I always say, because I'm a grown man, that's those kids playing amongst themselves, I don't put myself involved. If that's what they want to argue it, that's how they want to fight, I'm not going to be the mediator and say, yo, guys, y'all got to cut this out. It is what it is. You see me, I'm overseas.
Well, the thing is that once violence gets involved.
Yes.
And I've gone through this myself.
Okay.
I feel like if someone did something violent to me, I have a tough time sitting down with them and just sort of like
I totally agree.
Forward.
Yeah, I know what you're going.
I feel like something has to happen back.
Right.
Not necessarily something violent.
Yes.
But some money has to exchange or they have to get hurt somehow.
Or you got to give them a fair one, as they say.
Or something.
Fight me head up.
So it's like, you know, you do something violent to me, then I sit down with you, we cool? No. I don't.
Now,
I'm cool.
Let me make sure I explain myself. When you started saying that, I know the story. They're not gonna sit down with each other. I know that story, that situation, right?
Yeah.
So I just put it like this. I just wish they never run into each other. How about that? That would be best, because it's never gonna stop. And I don't want it to get to a point that somebody gets really hurt, even though none of them are not gonna take it to that level.
Yeah, I mean, it was essentially a pillow fight.
Yeah,
you know,
nobody's gonna shoot each other.
threw a pillow at him. I think Ja Rule threw a pillow. Blah blah. They're on a plane.
What's interesting is who the F was filming it.
Well, I think Uncle Murder filmed some of it, and then some of the passengers started filming the rest.
That's hilarious. Like, this camera thing has really gotten out of hand. People will go to their phone first before they save your life.
Yeah.
They will film you getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Before they
Saving
try
you.
to help you.
Yeah.
They'll go right to their phone and hit play. Wow.
What do you think about George Floyd? Not to say that somebody should have just like attacked a cop, but I think if more people were doing something rather than filming,
yes,
I think the cops would have been like, okay, fine, we'll let him go.
Yep, I totally agree.
If people took more action than trying to get the footage, I think the cops at one point would have felt overwhelmed.
Yes, I agree.
And they would have been okay, fine. Like, because really, it's not that people want to attack the cops; they just wanted them to stop killing George.
Yes.
And I think eventually, if enough people got into the proximity of the police and started to push forward,
I agree. Because when you really think about what you just said, this man literally did that with people watching
him, filming him, dying.
That's insane. And he still tried to get. He still tried to get away. He still was trying to act like he isn't. This is the thing I don't understand about crime. If they got you on tape, it's you. It's nobody else. It's you.
Yeah.
You still go to court and say not guilty.
It wasn't me.
What? This is insane to me.
Listen. I interviewed Big 30's lawyer.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, what do you feel about the co-defendants flashing jewelry and stuff like that on social media? He goes, how do you know that's the same jewelry?
I can't comment on what they posted on their Instagram page. I can't comment about whether they own Rolexes or whether they had a 1017 chain through Pooh Shiesty or Gucci Mane or somebody else affiliated with the label. And again, it still goes back to how do we corroborate the facts that are in that complaint? You corroborate those facts with evidence. And from what has been testified to at this point, there's been no physical evidence that corroborates the things that you're saying happened and occurred on that day.
Wow.
There's lots of Rolex watches out there, right? How do you prove that's the same watch? Or the 1017 chain. Lots of chains out there like that, right? All of Gucci's artists had 1017 chains. There's an argument there.
It sure is.
There is an argument.
Yep.
The right lawyer?
Yep.
Reasonable doubt. Are you 100% sure that's the same watch? I'm not 100% sure. Well, then that's reasonable doubt.
That's true. Damn. Ain't this thing cold, boy?
Well, that's why good
There's
lawyers
only
are good
one
lawyers.
criminal that I really respect. Ever. Timothy McVeigh.
Timothy McVeigh? Really? Why would you respect Timothy McVeigh? Mass murderer.
Yeah, he's mass
killing
murderer.
kids,
Watch
women.
what I'm about to tell you.
All right, let's go.
The crime what he did was horrible. But when he went to court, he says, I'm guilty, kill me now. He didn't say, I'm not guilty. He didn't take it to trial. He said, I'm guilty, kill me today. And I respected that because I like people who hold themselves accountable. He held himself accountable. He didn't do this long, drawn-out trial. He said, I'm guilty, kill me. To me, that's impressive. He's not a liar. And then what he did was wrong. Let me make sure we're clear. I don't want nobody putting that out of a TK like Timothy McVeigh. No. I respect him because he was wrong. He admitted that he was wrong. We don't have to go to trial.
Well, did he admit he was wrong or did he admit that he did it? I don't know.
No, they killed him.
They killed him, but he didn't
it
admit
was
that he was wrong.
It was supposed to have been a long, drawn-out thing.
Oh, yeah.
They knocked his ass off, I think, less than 2 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, death row, people stay on there for 30, 40 years. People die of cancer waiting to get executed, basically.
He got
Night Stalker, a bunch of people.
Yeah. People still on death row.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, speaking of criminals, one of my members, KGKG4118, he wants to know, is Von Zip the hustler with the longest run ever? He's been in every era since the 70s.
Yes.
And I don't think he ever went to prison.
That's true.
And he died of natural causes.
Yeah, he died of cancer, but
Cancer, but that's natural causes.
Yeah.
Nobody shot him.
What's interesting, I'm glad people find out me and Zip was back, because there's some people like TK don't know Zip, and everybody that's been around since the 80s know me and Zip was tight. Me, his mom, when they owned the store up in Harlem. And one thing about Zip is that he was the flyest motherfucker on the planet, dog. Regardless of what he did, all my street crew, we talk about Zip to this very day because he had a personality that was on a whole nother level. So Zip had one of the longest runs I've ever seen.
Well, KG asked, what qualities do you think he possessed for him to make it that far in a game that's designed for you to fail?
He had a personality.
Huh.
His personality was 10-star.
Because Mike Tyson loved him.
Yeah. His personality was 10-star. Give me an example. We was on motorcycles in Harlem, and Zip had the Harley with the bags on the side. Every light we stopped at, he said, we stop, we sip. So when we get to the red light, he'll pour everybody champagne at the light. Oh, that was the flyest
I mean, that is drinking and driving. I mean, that's a DUI if you get pulled over.
That's true. But we talk about
everyone who's watching this right now, please do not emulate this behavior.
But listen, we talk about over 40-something years ago.
The cops will pull you over and be whatever. These days, forget about it. Everyone in the car getting arrested.
The rules of the day is insane. Back then, that's how we was moving. Fly. That was the fly shit.
So he never got arrested?
I think he did get arrested maybe once or twice.
But did he go to prison?
No, he didn't go to jail.
Huh?
He didn't go to jail. Nope.
Yeah, man. Listen, I've heard lots of stories about him.
That's true.
A lot of different people.
A lot of different people. A lot of people got different stories. My thing is I can only give my take.
Well, you know, his story is tied into the Kefid story.
Yes, true.
And Kefid's lawyer has left the case. Because apparently, I guess Kefid's not paying him.
Yeah.
So now he's getting a public defender.
Do it.
The trial got pushed back again until later this year.
How long Kefid been in? Kefid been in 2 years now, right?
I think so. Let me see.
I know he wish he'd have kept his mouth shut.
September 29th, 2023. It's coming up on 3 years.
Man.
Yeah. 2.5 years.
That's crazy. All because he opened his mouth. People don't know how to shut the fuck up no more.
Well, I think, you know, that he had a problem with people calling him a snitch. Now, you know, this was well before snitches became popular in the hip-hop world.
But he said something about it. Nobody knew?
Well, there was a recording that he had with the detective.
Okay.
Where he was admitting to the whole thing, and that recording was leaked later on.
Okay.
Right? So I think that once the leak happened, he felt he needed to defend his name because up until that point, people felt he was this super gangster type of figure or whatever. So he felt he needed to start speaking about it because people kept calling him a snitch.
It wasn't working.
Who cares? It's just a word.
It's just a word.
People, you know how many times people call me a snitch?
Yeah, all the time.
100 times a day.
Yeah, that's right.
Go to social media.
They try to tell me. I say,
I'm
let
the
me tell you what I
feds,
tell
I'm
people.
a snitch, I'm the police.
TK, don't mess with Vlad. He's a fed. I said, Vlad don't pay me more money than anybody I know. I said, Vlad's my guy. So whatever Vlad does behind closed door has nothing. I live a good life.
Who did I snitch on also? Like seriously, like really, like
Listen,
I know it's a cute little catchphrase, but
it's beneath us.
Exactly.
To even have this conversation.
At the end of the day, I launched the channel in 2008.
Listen,
it's coming up on 20 years.
Vlad,
like seriously,
it's not even worth this is beneath our conversation.
Right.
Our mental capabilities.
Well, speaking of the police, one of my members, Deshaun Henderson 7775, says, do you think that R. Kelly will get out of jail or eventually die in prison?
He'll die in jail.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
His case was so severe that karma has a way of collecting his debt. Because I think of, I toured with R. Kelly for years. Never hung out with him. All the art, even Cash Money to NWA. I toured with him, but I was never in their dressing room. I never hung out with them. I was older than mostly all of them, and I already had my own thing going. I think about R. Kelly. I think about R. Kelly being in the Super Bowl halftime performing.
He would be doing that if he wasn't in prison.
My point exactly.
Yes.
And he would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And now, in my head...
Oh, I Believe I Can Fly at the Super Bowl. Come on now. That's a song my kids sing. And they've been singing it since they were little kids.
Now, in my head, he's doing the halftime Super Bowl with no band.
A cappella? Damn. Wow.
To show how truly gifted he is. No band, no special effects. Him and the mic in the world.
He could pull it off.
He could pull it off.
He could pull it off.
He sure can. That's how good of a singer he was.
Well, let's switch gears for a second.
Okay.
Because I started doing this little game with the stand-up comedians I interview.
Okay.
Called This or That.
Okay.
Right? It's This or That, where I'm going to list all the stand-up comedians that I have interviewed myself.
Okay.
That have been on Vlad TV.
Yes.
So, for example, Chappelle's not on this list. Eddie Murphy's not on this list. I've never interviewed him.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people on this list, and you'll see how many. So I'm going to name 2 comedians, and you're going to pick the one that you like best as a comedian.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And we'll keep going down the list.
Sounds good.
You're not on this list, by the way, because obviously you'd pick yourself.
Yes.
Right. You ready?
Every time I will pick myself. Yeah.
Here we go. T.I. or Charleston White?
Damn.
We got to start at the bottom. T.I.?
Yeah, T.I.
T.I. or Will Mills?
T.I.
T.I. or Country Wayne?
T.I.
T.I. or Affion Crockett?
T.I.
T.I. or Pierre?
Pierre.
Pierre or Capone?
Capone.
Capone or Tony Rock?
Tony Rock.
Tony Rock or Michael Collier?
Michael Collier.
Michael Collier or George Wallace?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Charlie Murphy?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Arsenio Hall?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Bill Bellamy?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Ricky Smiley?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Sinbad?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Joe Torre?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Guy Torre?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Miss Pat?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Donnell Rawlings?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Carlos Mencia?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or D. Ray Davis?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Gary Owen?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Bert Kreischer?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Ryan Davis?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Andrew Schultz?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Russell Peters?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Mark Curry?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or John Witherspoon?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Michael Blackson?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Joe Coy?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Lunell?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Tiffany Haddish?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or DC Young Fly?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Faison Love?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Tommy Davidson?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Lavelle Crawford?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Ali Sadiq?
George Wallace.
George Wallace or Earthquake?
Ooh, that's a good one. Earthquake.
Earthquake or Eddie Griffin?
Earthquake.
Earthquake or Dion Cole?
Earthquake.
Earthquake or Ari Spears?
Ari Spears.
Ari Spears or Cedric the Entertainer?
Ari Spears.
Ari Spears or Kevin Hart?
Ari Spears.
Ari Spears or D.L. Hughley?
D.L.
D.L. Hughley or Cat Williams?
D.L.
Well, there you have it. That's the list.
Yeah.
DL, my man, you just won.
Yeah, DL, for sure.
So out of that whole list, you would put DL Hughley over everybody.
Absolutely.
There we go.
I trained him.
There you go. And you guys go back.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
The game I taught him, he was a student. Like, to this day, he followed everything I taught him 40-something years ago to this day.
Who would you put above DL Hughley that I haven't mentioned?
That's a good question. Godfrey.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put Godfrey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else? Chappelle?
No.
Eddie Murphy? You would put DL. Okay, hold on. No, DL Hughley. So you would put DL Hughley above Eddie Murphy.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh my God, yes.
DL's my man. Like, this is my real friend in real life.
Blow for blow. If it was a
really
fight.
Okay, and this is not a shot at DL on any level because Eddie's considered the GOAT.
Yeah, DL destroy him.
DL Hughley would destroy Eddie Murphy.
Destroy him.
Wow.
Yeah. Not no maybe. I'm talking about if you had to do 15 rounds, DL wins this all day.
Are we talking about Eddie Murphy now, who's been out of stand-up for 20-something years, or Eddie in his prime?
Eddie in his prime.
Eddie in his prime, DL was destroy him. Okay.
DL get him. I guarantee it. Yeah, no doubt about it. And Eddie was good. What Eddie had for him was popularity.
Huh.
He had something that nobody else had at that time. See, the kids today got social media. Eddie Murphy had Saturday Night Live. Different ball game.
Yeah, very different ball game.
Different ball game.
Yeah?
You know, some people don't know how good Michael Jackson is. I said, do you know if they took Michael Jackson and put him in the era of social media, he'll have more followers than anybody in the world?
Easy.
Easy.
Easy. Yeah, because he's bigger than Taylor Swift.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bigger than Bad Bunny.
Yep.
All that shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music, the Cash Money versus No Limit happened.
Yes.
Since our last interview. And most people say that No Limit won.
That's what I heard. I didn't go ahead a show that particular week. I just know if they did win, if you went on Style and Swag, Cash Money rocked that thing hand down. Airplanes, the Rolls Royces, the way they edited it was on a whole nother level. But that's materialistic. As far as the show, I didn't see the show, so I didn't know.
Most people say that Cash Money lost to No Limit because it seemed like Cash Money was somewhat, like they weren't really cool with each other.
Yes, you can
see
tell.
what I'm saying? Like, Lil Wayne didn't even show up.
Yep,
and he had a show in the same city in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just didn't show up because him and Baby have a, you know, not the perfect, relationship. And then Turk wasn't invited.
Yes. Yeah, it's too much stuff.
It's just too much.
Too much. And I love all of them. They're like brothers to me.
Well, me and Birdman actually met up for the first time a few months ago. We'd been talking for like 2 years, but we actually met up in person. There's like a video of us hugging and everything else. You know, he was in his tour bus at the NBA YoungBoy show. And he was like, you know, listen, Birdman's dope, man. What he's put together is fucking amazing.
Yes.
Like I am so in awe of his CEO ability in music.
Yes, phenomenal.
Because honestly, you could say that he is the greatest pure music hip hop CEO of all time.
Absolutely.
Everyone else went into other shit.
Yes.
Dre had beats.
Yes.
You know, Puffy had liquor. Everyone, people started doing movies and whatever.
Artists after artists after artists after artists.
Artists after artists. And think about if the real extended family of Cash Money really showed up.
Yes.
Drake.
Yep.
Nicki Minaj.
Yep. Insane.
Tiger.
Yes.
Like
insane.
all the Young Money, Cash Money, if they all said we're all showing up, No Limit would get blown out the water. They would get booed off the stage.
Yeah, easily.
Even Lil Wayne showing up by himself. Or Drake showing up. Think about Drake showed up.
Right.
Over.
Isn't that a crazy catalog?
Yeah. Yeah, man, listen. What Baby has done, it is just, you can't, and now with the NBA YoungBoy.
Insane.
Shit, imagine if he showed up.
To see the numbers he's doing, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
YoungBoy?
Huh?
YoungBoy, you mean?
Yeah. NBA YoungBoy.
Man, listen, I went to a show, and what was interesting is that, and this was like a big arena in Jersey.
Yes.
I forgot that the Prudential Arena.
Okay, yeah, Prudential.
Yeah, Prudential Arena. So you know how big that is.
Yes.
Usually when you see artists doing arenas of that size, you see very mixed crowds. Because usually they have big pop records and so forth.
Right.
It was almost entirely black.
Yep. He has an underground following that's...
He has and he has no songs on the charts. So every so often, his song will bubble here and there and then drop off again. He has no mainstream hits.
None.
It's all like an underground following. It's pretty wild to see
I hope that we get to do our movie one day.
Oh,
NBA
right. Oh,
YoungBoy.
Baller Blockers 2?
Baller Blocking 2. We was close.
Well, he's out now.
Yeah, but the world's changed.
Yeah, he's got other shit on his mind. He had about 5 kids since then.
It was close, man. When I say it was close, the script, the director, everything.
Well, the Epstein files is still a big thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess Melania Trump made like a public statement denying ties.
I know she hung. That's a fine motherfucker.
Yeah, she's bad.
I was looking at her yesterday on the press conference. I said, that's a bad bitch, yo.
Yeah.
I know she was fucking. That's how Trump got her. Especially they showed a picture of all of them when they were young. And I had to Google. I said, how old is Trump's wife? And they said she's 55. Listen, no disrespect. I'll fuck her.
She's older than me.
I'll take her to dinner.
Yeah?
I'm for real. She cold.
She can have appetizers and everything.
Yeah, I'll take her to dinner, yo. That's a bad motherfucker. Ladies, I'm only playing. I got to cut that out. Make sure you cut that out. These black women don't play.
Wait, we got to cut that out? No, let's leave it.
No, leave it in there.
Let's leave it in there.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, let's leave it in. And
Come on, man.
put it there. Put
So
it
you
there.
gonna say you've never been with a white girl before? Come on, get out of
listen
here.
to me. These
Get out of
women.
here.
Listen, this world has changed so much. I think I belong to everybody.
That's right. You're from the streets.
I'm from the streets. You know, when I was young, I'm gonna talk about it on stage tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Do you think that anything's really going to happen? Well, you know, I mean, Prince Andrew got arrested.
Yeah, see,
So that's the only thing that I've heard
they're
actually
gonna sweep that under the rug eventually.
Oh, you think he's just going to get a house arrest?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that goes away.
Yeah, that royal family's had enough bullshit over the years.
Yeah, I think that goes away.
Yeah?
Is Trump going to go to prison?
Oh, I don't think he's going to go to prison. But what about other people?
No, that's why they're fighting it.
You know, because a lot of people showed up in those photos like Chris Tucker.
Yes.
Like he said, well, I didn't do nothing. I was just out there for some charity shit. But
Jay-Z, everybody.
No, but Jay-Z never showed up in the photos. Now, he's in the files. But I'm saying the people that are actually there, Bill Gates was really there.
Mm-hmm.
Even Stephen Hawking was really there.
Yeah.
You know, with his all crippled and everything.
It's crazy that Mr. Epstein, Epstein kept a record of all this.
Blackmail, probably.
Yeah, it had to be. Like, it's an extensive file.
Well, you know, I interviewed his lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, right, who had defended him when he had that one, like, underage rape situation in, I think, Florida somewhere.
Yes.
Right, and he ended up getting him, like, house arrest and I think, like, a little bit of jail time,
Right.
whatever else, right? So I remember when he died, I brought the closest person I know to Epstein, which was his lawyer.
Yes.
And I said, do you believe that he was killed? Because it was suspicious.
Absolutely.
You know, the guard wasn't there.
Right.
The video wasn't working, blah, 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 right? He goes, no, I don't think so. He goes, the reason is this, is that Jeffrey Epstein was used to such a life for so many years, flying private. You have your own island. You're living in mansions. You're around the richest people in the world. You have access to all the women you want, legal or illegal, and you're just having it your way for decades and decades, and now you're in a dirty cell. You know you're not getting out. You know you're doing life in prison.
Yes, yes.
Inmates might be bullying you.
Yeah.
He just said, knowing the type of person he is, he said suicide is very likely.
The theory that he was killed because he knew too much is silly, because nobody would believe anything he said. He had no credibility at all. And so there'd be no benefit to killing him. I think he killed himself with the help of prison guards. I think he paid off prison guards to turn off the cameras, to turn their backs, I don't think he could have committed suicide by himself.
Man, but you gotta believe in O.J. Simpson when you ever have doubt. O.J. had the gun to his head, going down the 4-5. He's about to end it all.
There's always a chance.
That's my point. Sometimes you gotta pray for a Hail Mary. Well, you gotta pray for O.J. Because when you saw that tape with O.J. did that gun to his head, it was over. And a year later, O.J. walked out of prison. And then Ego got his ass right back in there. But again, another dumb motherfucker. So to the people.
Pooh Shiesty Sr. over here.
Exactly.
Well, actually, you know something? Hold on. O.J. Simpson pulled a Pooh Shiesty.
He did. Absolutely.
He went to a place.
Yep.
Trying to get his shit back, which he felt that he deserved, even though legally, I don't think it was his.
Yes, ego.
But he felt that he deserved it. He brought a bunch of guys with guns to threaten the person to get his shit back. And everyone snitched and he went to prison.
Yep.
So Pooh Shiesty really fashioned himself after OJ.
Absolutely.
And listen, it's all about history. Those that do not learn history are destined to repeat it.
That's so true.
And that's exactly what Pooh Shiesty did.
That's why I go home. That's why I don't hang out. I don't put myself in no type of trouble because I understand. You're safe at home.
Man, listen, I think, we talked about this earlier in the interview, but I just want to revisit it for a second. What I think really happened was Pooh Shiesty in his head, was thinking, Gucci is such a super gangster figure who always said he'll never snitch. So if I do this, Gucci won't snitch.
Okay.
I think in his head, he thought, okay, based on everything I've heard, Gucci won't cooperate. So I'm going to get away with it. And if he wants to handle it on the street, I'm ready for that. Not thinking that, there's also the security guards, there's also the cameraman, there's also the other guy.
That's right. Now, if he'd have did it one-on-one, different ball game.
Maybe it would have worked. If he got him completely man, listen, you just come over to my house, it'll just be me and you,
if it was
no one else.
one-on-one,
pulled out a gun, made him sign, that's over, get the fuck out. Gucci may have said, all right, you got me, you got the drop on me.
Right, so true.
He might have turned to pregnant Gucci Mane at that point and tried to get his get back.
Everybody's not same. Everybody not built the same. Those other people probably were the nicest people on the planet. And they were not, I ain't used to this.
Oh, yeah, no, the cameraman cooperated quick.
Right.
He's like, motherfucker, I was here to film.
Right, yeah.
Now my shit's all fucked up and, And apparently what was crazy was, based on the testimony, as they were robbing those dudes, one of the guys was threatening to shoot the guy because he kept moving. And Pooh Shiesty was like, nah, don't shoot him. He's like, I'm going to fucking shoot him if he keeps moving. Like, it was a messed up situation.
Right, and it could have went that way.
And something I tweeted about this? Do you think that Pooh Shiesty said, hey, guys, let's not post all the stuff that we robbed on the internet? Because it probably won't work out very well if we did that. So everyone, with all your robbed watches and everything, let's just not post it on the internet. Everyone's in agreement? Okay, cool. All right.
I totally agree with you, 1,000%.
I don't think anyone had that conversation.
They do it every day, man. The cops don't even have to work no more.
Right there, social media.
Social media. There you go. We're going to pick them up.
Oh, social media is the police. You want to call me the police?
Yeah.
Social media is really the police.
So true.
Social media.
The police is watching social media.
They'll sit back and say, go ahead.
All day.
1090 Jake, Traplo Ross, you go ahead and lay out the whole story.
They watching
Because listen, I get so many DMs about people that were involved in shit and they were there and they're involved. They want to do an interview and they're telling me the whole story. You know how many stories I know behind the scenes that I've never talked about? I know a lot of shit because people will just tell me everything hoping they'll get an interview.
Yes, isn't it something?
Yeah.
People want to be famous so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Even people hit me, TK, can you get me on blast? I don't deal with that shit. Leave me out that shit. They don't get me caught up in that.
Yeah.
People will do anything to be on your show.
Well, Mike Epps, who you're on tour with right now.
Yes.
He did this routine talking about Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump and everything else like that. But then he apologized.
Yes.
He started calling himself Mr. Accountability.
Yes.
And Ari Spears, who's had some issues with Mike Epps over the years.
Yes. I never knew that.
Yeah, they had a little bit of something. I think like Aries had made a joke and Mike like kind of dissed him for the joke. I forgot what exactly it was about. But it was something. Not anything serious.
Yes.
Something. And Aries said that, on my show that he wished that Mike Epps would stop apologizing for everything.
I wish Mike would stop doing that.
What do you mean?
Because I think he's done that multiple times.
Huh.
He'll make a joke and then immediately apologize. He said something else about dudes coming from jail or something like that.
Huh.
And then shortly after, he apologized.
How do you feel about it?
I believe a man does what he does with his heart at that moment. If that's what he felt like that's what he wanted to do.
I agree with you,
Yeah. People change as you get older.
Me personally, I remember I was with someone who I'm not with anymore, and they used to always be in my ear, like, don't apologize, don't apologize, don't apologize. And as soon as I stopped messing with that person, I started apologizing for certain things that I felt in my heart I was wrong. Like, for example, the Farrakhan misquote.
Yes.
And I feel that my life has gone better because of those apologies.
Yes. It's nothing like if you evolve. To tell another person that you apologize. It's good for your soul.
I agree.
It's good for your soul. So when we were younger and you said something, nah, fuck you, kiss my ass. You get older, life is good. And you get older, you get soft anyway. Like when you get older, like you're getting sexy like me, you start crying over little shit. Like when you have sex, you don't want the girl to leave. You want her to just stay there with you and kick it. You become more meaningful about, when you do have sex, you want to make sure it's the right girl, you're just not slinging dick. It's crazy when you get older. And then everything is just, especially with how the life I have, you really appreciate life. You really do. You really do.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. If your life is not getting better year after year, you're doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's so
because
true.
It's like compound interest.
Yes.
All the work you put in before is supposed to compound the older you get.
Yes.
Those investments you made, whether in life or stocks or real estate or businesses or friendships.
Yes.
Or relationships.
Yes.
Reading, learning.
Yes.
That should be compounded as you get older and middle age and senior citizenship and so forth. Yeah, exactly.
That's why you have to invest in your health. That's compound interest. You put the time in your health because you're going to need it down the line. So you can invest in your health or invest in medical bills.
And what I realized in life is that there's going to be certain people in your life that I call forkies.
Explain.
If you watch the movie Toy Story,
okay,
I forgot which number it is, but there's a character called Forky.
Okay.
And they find him in the trash. It's a fork. It's a plastic fork.
Yes.
With eyes and arms and legs, right? And they pull Forky out of the trash. And the first thing he does is jump back in the trash again because he likes the trash. They pull him out. And they put him in the car. They go somewhere. And they're like, where'd Forky go? He's back in the trash again. And there's people like that in your life. Definitely in my life.
So true.
That no matter how many times you help them, you love this person.
Right.
You care about this person. So you take them out the trash and you put them in a nice place. And you turn around for about 3-4 months, maybe a year.
So true.
And you'll find them right back in the trash
totally
again.
Agree. 1,000%.
They make the choices to put themselves back in the trash. And you say, okay, I'm going to help you again.
Yes.
I'm going to put you in a situation where I'm sure you won't be in the back in the trash.
And you realize in life as we get older, that's just some people's destiny. It is what it is. No matter what you do, this is the way their life is supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a fact.
And when it comes to relationships, I just want to say this, right? So, Earthquake's been on my show a couple times.
Yes.
We're not super close.
Okay.
But he's been on my show a couple times. So I remember I was hanging out with Johnny Gill one day. He was like, oh yeah, Earthquake's about to get married. I'm going to sing at his wedding and everything else like that. I said, oh, word. Let me call him.
Okay.
We haven't talked in a couple of years. I said, Earthquake, what up? He's like, oh, Vlad, what's going on? I'm like, yo, you getting married? He's like, yeah. I said, did you get a prenup? He said, yes.
Smart man.
And shortly afterwards, he had a Netflix special. So he came on my show and we talked about it.
Yes.
And he said his first marriage.
I know his wife.
Ended so badly. He lost his house. He lost tons of money in the divorce. And he made a video. Him and his lawyer made a video where he's like, listen, to my future self, you're watching this video because you're getting married again.
Wow.
And I know you think she's the one and you'll never split up and you don't need a prenup. And I want to remind you what you're going through right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
So you will get a prenup in the future. And he got a prenup.
Smart man.
It was so bad, my business manager, because he was with me when I went through my divorce, and I gave him a tape, true story. I gave him a tape. I said, if I ever walk in here telling you I'm about to get married again, you play this tape for me. Now, I know me. I'm going to say, nah, she different. I don't need no prenup. I know what I'm doing and everything. And when I say that to you, say, fuck all that. You told me to play the, make you watch the tape, and we did. And first thing I said to myself, I believe in your judgment, but you better get a goddamn prenup. I don't care how great she is, how you think it is. You're not in a position in your life to be able to go through that again.
Let me tell you something, man. A prenup is one of the most important things a man or a woman who is on a trajectory to become successful can get.
And I got something better than that.
What's that?
Stay motherfucker single.
Stay single, yeah. Actually, getting married, I think, is honestly, for a man or a woman with a lot of money, is just a waste of time.
Waste of time.
There's no point of even doing it. If that person, you're in love with, live with them.
Yes.
Or not even live with them, get them a separate place, because the cohabitating shit might turn into a,
so true.
You know, an alimony situation or whatever else. Listen, you have kids, you pay your child support. You're not going to get around that.
Yeah.
But there's no point in getting married.
That's just.
But let's just say that you do get married, and we don't need a prenup. We're both struggling. You know, we're both coming up. 20 years from now, when that man has built a business that's making millions of dollars, and the wife has been on the sidelines with emotional support, maybe doing a little something here and there.
She held the camera one time.
Yeah, held the camera one time. You know.
And ladies, I know you're watching. You think we throwing you guys on the bus, but it's not that. You guys.
But this is reality.
It's the reality.
This is what really happens.
And people want to make this marriage thing like this the greatest thing on earth. And or they'll say, "Oh, you scared." They'll say some stupid shit like,
whatever.
Oh, whatever is right.
Fuck all them.
Exactly.
Right? And this is the thing. When you are that man, 10, 15 years later, 20 years later, you have this incredible business that you've built essentially on your own.
Yes.
And the judge says, well, now your wife owns half that business. And all that money in your bank account, well, your wife is owed half of that. And actually, on top of that, you owe her child support, which is not part of the prenup.
Yeah.
And that's after tax, after tax money. So you pay taxes before even paying her, and she gets it tax-free. And she could end up with more than 50% essentially.
So right.
You're going to say, all I needed was a prenup to get out of this shit?
Isn't that
and
something?
I didn't do it. And let me tell you something. Most women don't want to sign a prenup.
They don't.
I remember my first wife, man, she didn't want to sign. Luckily, we were only married 8 months and it didn't matter.
Right.
Right. We sold the house and it was over, right? But let me tell you, man, a prenup, if she says no to the prenup, she's not the one. There was a football player that recently...
my man from the... it's crazy we think the same thing.
Yeah.
My man from the Dallas Cowboys, Prescott.
What's his full name?
I think Dan Prescott.
Dak. Yeah, I'm going to get a unique name. So Dak Prescott,
yes,
I guess was about to get married. They already have multiple kids together, right? Like 3 kids or something?
I didn't know that part. Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, I believe they had kids together.
Okay.
But they were like essentially on their way to the wedding, and she refused to sign. He goes, all right, we're done.
Smart man. Smart man.
I'm about to get a picture.
Let me tell you why I would
T-shirt
never
with his picture on it.
I would never get married because if a woman got me for child support and alimony, she'll be out in front of the courthouse on the news. And they said, Miss Kirkland, you just won half of TK Kirkland's fortune. Right before fortune, you hear, pow, pow. They're shooting in the area.
Okay. I'm not saying to do that. Okay, that's not a good way to
is
do
just
it.
so nice.
Not a good way to handle
Vlad is so nice. Vlad,
I'm not saying
Vlad
that.
is a nice guy. No, that's not what I'm saying, Jay. Love you, Vlad. Love you.
Yeah, man. Listen, I remember Larsa Pippen.
She's been out in the news for a while. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, she's actually been a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
You know, because I was talking mad shit about her. Me and Gilbert Arenas had a
Yes.
field day about her because she got a piece of Scottie Pippen's pension.
Yep, that's
God
sad.
damn, the pension. The retirement, you want a piece of that too?
Damn.
No prenup. No prenup, y'all. Right? Bunch of kids, all that. They're all grown now, but no prenup. And I kept talking about her, and she was like, she DM'd me. She's like, stop talking about me, you loser.
Oh, she actually hit you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my response was, I'll stop talking about you if you take the Pippen out your name. Stop messing up this man's legacy.
That's right.
You had nothing to do with that shit. You didn't win any championships.
That's right.
You were just there.
And she embarrassed her. Even though they're not together, she embarrassed him as it made him seem like he really made a bad choice in a woman. Because she even had Michael Jordan's son fucked up in the head.
Yo! She was fucking a dude that played on the same team as her son. Oh, you know about that? Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. Let me get the details of this. So she was dating Malik Beasley, who at the time was playing on the Lakers with her son, Scottie Pippen Jr. Wow. Imagine you in the shower with the dude that's fucking your mom.
Isn't that something?
You are in the showers looking over.
Let's go deeper.
I guess that's what's fucking my mom right now.
After the game, she's waiting on both of them.
Both of them don't know who she is.
Right. She had to get who's she gonna hug first? The dick or her son? Who's she gonna hug first?
Oh man.
Ladies, thank you for how we're not saying not to date, but don't date when people are so close in a circle.
Man, listen, I think one of the greatest decisions I've ever made in life. There was a few great decisions I made, a lot of bad ones, but a few great ones. After I had my twins, I had a vasectomy.
Yes, I remember you telling me that story.
And that right there shifted the power of child creation 100% to me.
I agree.
Because I was thinking about this the other day, right? Like before I had kids, when I was dating, running around or whatever else, there were a lot of girls that I would meet and I'd like them and the sex was cool, but I'm always thinking like, oh, shit, I want to get her pregnant. Like I don't want this to be my baby mother.
That's right.
Like, I just don't want to get her pregnant. So I would stop fucking with a lot of these girls.
Yes. I do that now.
Yeah.
And I wish I could have did that when I was younger.
Right. Do you have how many kids?
I have 7.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have 2 and they were both planned.
Yes.
Right. So, but back then I would stop relationships with a lot of different women because I'm like, I just don't want to have a kid with this girl. I like her. I like hanging out with her. I just don't want to have kids with her. But once you get a vasectomy and you can't get anyone pregnant, then it shifts the way you look at female relationships.
You could slay.
You never have to pull out.
Never have to pull out.
Never have to pull out.
You still get the same feel and everything?
100%.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, right? People think, oh, well, do you come like half as much? When you ejaculate, the liquid is only 1% sperm.
Okay.
The rest of it is just like the
Right.
lubricating whatever that comes out of your body.
Right.
But the actual sperm, the actual, little tadpoles,
Yeah.
1% of the total volume.
Damn.
So before and after the vasectomy, you can't say, oh, I'm coming less. No, it's 99% of what it was before.
That's interesting.
Yes.
See, that's why knowledge is important. That's why what you just said, a lot of people are going to be able to resonate with that and understand. You educate a lot of people, even me. But I got a code of game.
What's that?
I pretend I come.
You fake an orgasm?
Just to stop. And it's helped me plenty of times. I've had women say, oh, TK, I'm pregnant. And I said, I didn't come in you, babe.
Well, there's also pre-cum, though.
No. Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Well, you know who told me that?
Who?
Michael Blackson. So number 1, have you gotten a vasectomy?
No.
Are you going to get a vasectomy?
I'm an African. I'm a king. King supposed to have kids. Even though my youngest are 16-year-old twin boys. Those are my youngest.
Okay.
I haven't had a kid in 16 years.
Okay.
Obviously, I know what I'm doing, and my balls are not chopped up.
Right.
You know.
So you're using the pull-out method.
It's a few methods. I mean, condom, and if I know her very well and we've been testing, I feel comfortable then.
Right, but that doesn't prevent pregnancy.
Pull-out doesn't?
You know what they call?
Right.
You know what they call people who use the pull-out method?
What?
Parents.
Yeah, but Michael's from Africa.
6 months later, he had 2 kids on the way.
I can see that. I can see that. Michael Jackson don't get a lot of pussy, so I can see it building up.
Shout out to Michael. Building up.
I love you, Mike. You know I do.
I can see it building up.
Yeah, I see it building
It
up.
just explodes and everything, right?
Yeah, that's my man. Good dude.
Well, we're almost done. I just want to do a few RIPs.
Okay.
At the end, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, a civil rights giant.
Yes.
Died at age 84.
Yes.
I actually saw him speak when I was at UC Berkeley around 1992. I think. Yeah. Very powerful speaker, man.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Very, very powerful speaker. I believe the first black man to run for president.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I think there may have been 1 or 2 before they just entered their name on the ballots, but actually ran and campaigned. I believe he was the first one. He didn't win, of course.
Right,
Barack Obama, but he set the stage for Obama later on.
I believe it.
Yeah. And Chuck Norris passed away.
I actually pulled over on Chuck Norris and Mr. Jackson. It was just some, you see all the greats leaving.
That's how life works, man.
That's how life works.
That's how life works. We're all going to pass away at some point. We got to make it. Yeah.
We all get our turn at bat, and we all take that last lap.
Exactly.
So,
and while we're here, we got to make the most of it. We got to pursue our dreams.
Yes.
We got to make ourselves happy.
Yeah.
Not live for other people.
That's so
I've
true.
made that mistake many times over the years.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
And I guide them a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Just FYI.
I call you for advice sometimes.
Yeah,
you give me great advice.
Yes, sir.
Over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And we all mess up, man.
Yeah.
We all get caught up. We all think people are not really who they are,
Yes,
and
so
we find out they really are the person who we didn't think they are, and so forth. So yeah, man. Well, listen, TK, I'm about to go see you perform tonight.
Yes, sir.
I saw you perform back in Virginia.
Yes.
Recently.
Yes, we're gonna have fun tonight.
We're gonna have fun tonight.
We're gonna have fun.
That's what it is. Till next time.
Yes, to the family around the world, everybody. Deuces.
Peace.